between a market and a gallery, there's a niche industry in the middle where we rent the space to artists. They decide how things are set up, they decide how things are displayed, they price everything themselves, and like I said, because there's no commission that we take, they decide the pricing. If they want to have a sale, they have the freedom to do that type of thing. So, like I said, it's a niche industry, and it was created 5 years ago by Incube8r in Melbourne. Izzy has a background in arts and textiles as well as being an nanny, but she originally was a glass blower and had a passion to do that kind of thing, a different type of industry than what she was doing. So what developed was an idea over about a decade of a space that she could promote other artists who are in niche industries like her, but also have that freedom to be able to not be there and set up every weekend, not have to stand there at the markets all the time, not have to worry about the rain and the conditions and things like that, but have that space where people could constantly see it and have that exposure all the time. So I found the shop in Melbourne just over 2 years ago, fell in love with the concept. I have 2 little boys and a grown-up one at home. There was a lot of blue in my life. I've got an emerald pink. So if you walked into the gallery, it's a bright pink, and even the cards that we have, they're bright pink and bright red. It's like a lobby shop. It's totally different to anything that you've ever seen in regards to a gallery, because we're not necessarily like any other gallery. We're not just art space. We're cubes. We're shelving. We're racks for clothing. We're art space for smaller pieces. We're, like I said, rails for clothes for girls and boys and kids and adults and all different types. So we provide a space and act like a landlord and an employee all at the same time. But yeah, so the basic rule is that artists rent a space for the 3 months, and they can come in and be stocked as often as they want. They have the freedom to showcase what they want within the reasonable grounds that we decide. So, for example, we have a waiting list for jewellery, because we have a lot of people who make jewellery, but we do sell a lot of jewellery as well. But we're looking for all different aspects of handmade. So we will take someone wooden pieces tomorrow, or watches that are handmade. As long as they've got that component that's handmade and made in Australia, we're about supporting artists. Our website's got a lot of information. And there's a lot of artist profiles that we have that then leads to wholesale work and different opportunities for them to get exposure above and beyond just being. So as the 2 years have developed, I've learned, having no retail background experience at all, which is having a passion for handmade and supporting people in what they want to do and supporting that business side of things. I've learned that there is so much more that people can learn about their small little hub and their little network of being a business. So I'm learning a lot more about social networking, and we were talking about that before, about what works best, and to have an online presence is absolutely imperative in this day and age, because things are changing so fast that it's quite scary. So, but yeah, like I said, we provide the space, but we're also looking at starting to provide mentorship and different ways to improve the exposure that they get. So artists work with the right-hand side of their brain, and you have other people, I call them accountants. Well, they're all accountants, but they work with the left-hand side. And so it's quite a clash. It's a different type. You don't meet many people who have both sides that work in harmony. That's what relationships are all about. But what we try and do is sort of say, okay, well, you do the creative work, and we'll provide the business side behind it. And yeah, because I have a passion for handmade and for supporting business, that's what I've been doing for 2 years. Yeah. I have a book, and it looks wonderful, and it's sitting on my counter in the gallery. So you're more than welcome to come in and have a look at it if you'd like. We're on Brunswick Street in Fortitude Valley. So if you're on Ann Street heading into the city, and you turn left to go towards New Farm, that's where we are in that first block there. So have you been in before? Yeah, but like I said, it's not just art pieces like canvas. We've got 4,500 different products. So if you're looking to support, unique Brisbane artists, and you want something one of a kind, it's the kind of place you want to go to. So yeah, that's Incube8r. I don't know if we do any questions, or did anyone want to know more about it, or?
Just the rent you've got here in the back, $20
yeah.
for as little as
$21. Yeah, the postcards, we remove location. So yeah, it's $21 per week. So that, we try and keep it affordable. That's the thing. The way the business runs is a little different to all normal businesses. So that's my biggest challenge, is trying to find out what we can do. So we rent a space to artists, and that's our income. We have to have enough artists to cover our overheads. Because we don't make any money on the sales, if we have a crack at Christmas, we don't get anything out of that. All that we do is provide an opportunity for artists to showcase what they do. And our income is covered by having the artists that we have, but the actual, like, the sky's the limit as to what the artists can do. Because if something works well, they can reproduce it. If it doesn't work well, they can take it out and put something else in.
So how many artists would you have already?
We have about 80 at the moment. Full capacity, we have about 90. At Christmas time, we can push it up to 115 or thereabouts. But yeah, I like to see my family every now and then, so you know.
It's like you come on roster, so they come in and do their work.
Every 3 months, you sign. They sign a contract for 3 months, and so every month we sort of go through about a third of those people and see if they want to renew their contracts. And we find that probably about 5 to 10% don't renew. So that means we've got an opportunity to showcase new artists. So it's about 10 new artists, so 10 leave and 10 come in to take their space. So we have a waiting list for a few different things. And yeah, the space is always different. There's always something new. So anyone coming in will see something new all the time. And like I said, there's something different all the time, because an artist can come in one day and change all their stuff. So the other thing that I forgot to mention is our website. There's a lot of information on there, but also what we provide for that rental is also an online system where the artists can log in. They can check their sales at any time. They don't have to be there. So we actually serve interstate artists as well. At the moment, we represent about 80% of artists are from Brisbane or Queensland, but there are a lot of artists who got run from Western Australia, New South Wales, a couple from Sydney. So artists who are from interstate can also stock with us, and we do a stock take and a clean and a regular inventory form and things like that, and we charge 10%. So this is it's when I found the shop in Melbourne, I just went, this doesn't make any sense. It's not a normal business where you would, you provide, there's a space for profits and things like that. It's like, well, we're not about profits, we're about covering our costs, getting the exposure. If we have enough artists that, that cover our costs, then we can keep it afloat. If we really want to, we can put it up to 130 artists, or we can have workshops at the back, or we can provide other streams of income, such as the mentoring and things like that. But the core of the business is that it's about providing artists with an opportunity to showcase what they do without, being hungry about it. So,
Very altruistic.
it is, isn't it? Yeah.
So how much more space does artists get?
Well, the spaces vary on what they have. So what they do is they show us an introductory piece, so a website to a link to one of their pages, so I can ascertain if it's different enough to what's already there. There's no, it's not elitist. It's not about who have you worked with or what have you done before. It's just what is your work different to what we already have. And the wall space is 4 by 2 metres high. The cubes are 40 by 40 square, so it can be a space within those realms. And it's really about if the space is available and the artist is ready. So for us, it's about come onto the website and find out about us and show your interest, and then we'll let you know when the space comes on. And like I said, every month we have different spaces. So
Could you just pick one piece?
it can be one piece. We've had artists who've had all their pieces, like 5 pieces, and they're not for sale at all, because they're about showcasing what they do and then advertising, looking for commission pieces. So there's a few people who've been with us and then led on to wholesale work. Because people come in, we have the Career Milestone, a few features for us. Style Magazine is doing the next one that's come out, so there's a lot of promotion about different, we provide above and beyond the service that we have just as the exposure. So for us, it's about a stepping stone and just the beginning point to start around making money out of what we do. Yeah. Yes, yeah, sounds good. Yeah. All right. Is there anything? Sorry? We can talk. I don't believe in discounting. I've been in business too long. But I can add value to your investment. How's that sound? Yeah. All right. Okay, well that's me. Thank you very much, guys. And like I said, feel free to come in and look. And yeah, I do have the website has a lot of information on there. And like I said, we're growing and evolving all the time. So by all means, come in and
You
check
open
us.
Sunday?
We're open 6 days a week. Mondays are public holidays, but we're there from Tuesday until Saturday, most of the time. So, yeah, so it'd be great to see you.